Hello, and we are back again, on a mission for the Brotherhood of Steel to go find some dead guys with holotapes on them, and we are now closing in on the final location as we loop back around and head back towards the underground bunker that the Brotherhood of Steel all live inside of. There is no food in the underground bunker, it just occurs to me now, and maybe no running water. But they love it there, and they have stayed there for a very long time. Just life in the wasteland, I guess, when all you've got to eat is scorpions, and more scorpions, and maybe some giant ants. I guess you just make do. They're probably doing some stuff with those yucca banana fruits, too. I've been eating a lot of those. You know what'd be good? Get a skillet and fry them up with some peanut butter, or maybe some caramel. Be good. Can you caramelize yucca fruits? I don't know. I never try, I just eat everything raw. I mean, I went to that Ultralux casino, and I thought for sure that's where you might find caramelized yucca fruits. Or other stuff, too, you know, maybe things not even from this place. But instead, all they had was human flesh. Kind of a disappointment, really. The place was also creepy and not really all that clean. They should have at least had a guy on piano. Robot City round here.
Welcome to REPCON headquarters, Rocketeer. Come all this way to see our little facility, have you?
Oh.
I'm here to answer any and all questions you may have, within specified parameters. And if you'd like, I can provide a tour of our museum.
Oh my gosh, that still works?
I can answer whatever questions you'd like, provided your query is limited to REPCON history, research and development,
Okay.
or ROBCO.
Okay, I think, doesn't Dr. House own Robco? Tell me about that.
ROBCO Industries purchased REPCON in 2075 to assist with some of ROBCO's military projects, as well as developing unmanned space exploration.
Cool.
The relationship between ROBCO and REPCON is mutually beneficial.
Good.
And we hope that both companies bolster each other well into the next century.
That's neat. That's enough about REPCON.
Very well. Feel free to ask me more about REPCON at any time. Don't be shy.
Okie doke.
The tour showcases REPCON's amazing scientific contributions, and the promise of many more, coupled with its parent company, ROBCO.
That sounds really cool. Can I do a tour, please?
Excellent, excellent. Please be patient. The tour will begin in just a moment.
Oh, cool. Hey, Cass, Raul, I hope you guys like tours. We're going on a tour.
Courtesy of the fine folks at ROBCO, I'll be your guide today on the path of scientific discovery.
Scientific discovery! Oh my gosh, I hope we get to watch an episode of Magic School Bus. I missed that show so much ever since everything exploded, and I didn't grow up watching it because everything exploded.
In the lead-lined case behind me is a spent radioactive rod from one of our old reactors. No need to stand too close. Let's move along, shall we?
It is empty, Mr. Robot. I am afraid this radioactive rod has been stolen.
Look
You got
here,
some goo
a
here.
row of multicolored plasma fuels. Careful, they may look safe to drink, but your stomach is the last place they should be. Why the difference in cylinder size? Refining our production methods has resulted in higher yields of fuel over time. That's why.
Oh, okay, cool. You guys learned how to make plasma and just put it in a jar. Even though plasma is hotter than, like, gas or whatever. I'm sure that's just replica plasma, because real plasma would cool off.
You can see a sample of some old safety barrels REPCON once used to store radioactive waste. Perfectly safe. On my left is an example of a mountain of REPCON safety barrels some legislators claim are poisoning our environment. Ridiculous.
So ROBCO made an exhibit of a model of a nuclear waste dump specifically so they could tell kids that dumping nuclear waste is safe? And they do this accompanied with the context that other people think it's dangerous. Was it widely believed that it was dangerous and they were trying to discount this, or...?
It is our most recent rocket project, which we're keeping under our hats until launch, if you'll pardon the expression.
I've seen this one.
And in front of me is a model, not actual size, of the launch dome we are using to send our rockets screaming into orbit.
I saw that too. Those rockets actually kind of worked, sorta, I think. One of them might have crashed. They all might have crashed, actually. I didn't really get to see whether or not they made it into space. I couldn't find any evidence of a ground control, so, you know.
Now these colorful fellows behind me are REPCON's earliest experiments in flight. Feel free to read the plaques and learn, Rocketeers.
They're so cool and spacey. I like the one in the middle because it's big. It doesn't look very aerodynamic, but I bet you could put a lot of stuff in it, like a big cow, a whole cow. That way, whenever you got hungry, you could just go upstairs and eat the cow. I guess you could also fill it with, like, I don't know, cans of food.
Highlight of our tour. Due to a generous donation from ROBCO, this next exhibit showcases the wondrous world of robots.
Cool.
Around you, are the incredible iBot.
I haven't seen one of these before.
And the always
Looks like a really fast janitor bot.
That helpfulness runs through our whole line.
I'm not sure I recognize this sentry bot either. It's got like back-mounted cannons or something. Boy, that would be scary. As it is, they come with missiles and machine guns.
This is the final stop on our tour. This model of our solar system is a small example of where the partnership between REPCO and REPCON hopes to go. See those little rockets zipping about? They are manned by robots, tirelessly looking for resources to mine on planets beyond our own. And that's it for our tour today, Rocketeers. REPCO and its tiny partner REPCON thank you. Any further questions? Please, feel free to ask.
Oh, I can't believe this whole place survived after all this. All the planets are still attached, everything's still in good shape, it moves around. Tour still works. I wonder if the robots are keeping good maintenance of the place. No wonder the Brotherhood of Steel came by here, though. With all these robots around, they probably want to break them, or do whatever it is that the Brotherhood of Steel does. I'm pretty sure nothing good. Anyway, I got the red key, so I guess all the red doors are open now. So here's our Brotherhood of Steel guy, which is weird because he's up here on the upper floor, and all the doors were locked, and I had to have a key to get through. I'm not seeing a key on this guy, so I guess that maybe the robots killed him and then dragged his body upstairs. If that's not the case, then none of this is adding up at all. And that's that for Mama Deathclaw. Queen Latifah at a high elevation with a grenade launcher, score 1, or 2, or maybe a bunch. Deathclaw 0. Hey Chompus, guess what I did?
Do you need something?
Yes, I killed all the Deathclaws.
Coming from anyone else, I'd say they were drunk or crazy. But that look in your eyes, I believe you.
Yeah.
I can pay you, but it ain't much for what you pulled off. I'll get on the ham radio first thing and tell people all about you, though.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good, I guess. A good reputation is positive. I won't be shot when I go to places.
You need something?
Huh? Oh, no, never mind. I was just making eye contact with you and,
Yeah.
See you later. So hey, Elder Norman, I found all your guys and all your holotapes.
Found the missing patrols, or was something else on your mind?
No, I found the tapes. Everybody's dead.
They were all dead then.
They're all dead, Jim.
I suppose I'm not surprised.
You did this.
We have few friends in the world above, and many enemies. But we must turn our minds to other matters. When I sent out those patrols, I also sent 3 knights out on scouting missions. When the patrols failed to return, we assumed the worst, and sent a single communication to the scouts to hold position and maintain radio silence.
Oh.
I want you to contact those scouts and gather their reports.
Okay.
Like the patrols, they have devices on them that will enable you to track them. When you find them, tell them you're my representative and ask them if the bears are still hunting.
Okay.
That should get them to talk to you. Return when you've gathered all of their reports.
Alright, sounds good. So you had scouts, and when you lost contact with your soldiers, you commanded the scouts to stop scouting. Because the soldiers were gone, and you didn't know what happened. So you got me to scout for the soldiers? And now you're gonna have me scout for the scouts to find out what the scouts know. Is it just me, or is the Brotherhood of Steel running a goof troop operation? This is silly. So here's our first guy, hiding in plain sight, dressed as the ultra-secretive faction that's trying to lay low.
What do you want? And don't try anything funny.
Something, McNamara, bears are still hunting.
You speak truly, for it is unlikely that an outsider would know both the Elder's name and that passphrase.
Truly I doth as do.
Very well. I've been observing the penal facility there in the distance for some time now, after having followed some rather disturbing rumors. Eventually, the NCR got around to putting the prisoners down, but not until they had wreaked havoc on nearby trade routes. Eventually, the NCR tried to put the prisoners down, but they were overwhelmed by them.
Right.
And haven't sent troops to the area since. Give this to the Elder. My observations are all within. Perhaps he will have a better idea of what this situation portends.
Okay. What you told me was a little scatterbrained, and actually I could probably tell you more than you could tell me, because I was involved in that whole thing, but I'll tell the Elder what you told me. I will be as Wikipedia to the Brotherhood of Steel. I was there and I know what actually happened, but I will report the reliable sources. Looks like Scout number 2's out on the cliffs. If it were me, I would just put on normal clothes and go into town, but this guy's got his own methods.
Don't take another step if you value your life. For what purpose do you approach me?
Something McNamara bears.
Strange that the Elder should send an outsider, but I suppose he has his reasons.
He's crazy.
My observations have mostly focused on the small town to the south of here. It was cruelly attacked, its inhabitants slain nearly to the last.
I figured something
That
like
such
that.
an act could occur so far west is nearly unthinkable. The NCR has forces in all directions, and an outpost scant miles west from here. That they have not responded to this violence shows either an unwillingness or inability to properly defend their borders, which is telling. I've collected such musings in this report. Please take it to the Elder.
Okay. You know, you could find out about that just by talking to people in towns. Like, take off your silly spacesuit and then go into town and be like, "Hey guys, I am a normal person. Please tell me about your normal people activities." And they so totally will. And here we go, Pajama Scout number 3. Right up around these hills somewhere. Up there on the rocks. Vigilantly watching. Not talking to people. Hello, buddy.
Approach slowly, stranger. If you have no business with me, then go.
Magnus something bears.
Then I am sworn to report. I've been dividing my time between the camps to the north and south of here. One belongs to the NCR, the other to a band of slavers known as Caesar's Legion. I was sure the NCR would quickly win, but that has not happened. Instead, the two sides have reached a stalemate, and only occasionally send skirmishers against one another. If I didn't know better, I'd say neither side is confident enough to push for a full victory. Which seems strange given the NCR's technological edge. In any event, I've recorded my findings in this report. Please deliver it to the Elder. I'm sure he will find the contents most interesting.
Cool. So this is how the Brotherhood of Steel finds out about people. They just sit up on the rocks and they watch from a distance and then they kind of try to piece the puzzle together. See, what I do is I just walk directly into the military base and talk to people, and they just tell me all kinds of sensitive information. Then they ask me to help out with their mission. After that, depending on who I'm working for, I either ruin those plans or I help out. In that manner, I have been an effective spy. In fact, that is how I have been an effective spy against the Brotherhood of Steel. Because technically, I have been contracted by Dr. House to kill the Brotherhood of Steel. I don't really want to do that. But if I have to, you know, I've got the ways to track all their scouts now, and I found their holotapes, and I know all their sensitive information. Pretty much these guys are screwed. So I've been thinking about it, and it's been a while since I've last been into this town, but that whole thing with that Lieutenant Boonman dude, it's probably something I should tie up. Really, the thing is, I've seen what the Legion does with their slaves now, and knowing especially what they do to women...
Seen that? Hey there. Need anything?
Yes, stuff, please. Anyway, knowing what they do to women, I guess I understand why Boone might have done what he did. I don't specifically agree, mainly with the fact that he didn't fill me in that he was gonna shoot that lady in the head as soon as I got her out in front of the dinosaur. That would have been a nice heads up, just, hey, gonna shoot this lady with a sniper rifle. I got brains all over me. I mean, come on! Still though, I mean, I should probably just clear the air, make sure that nobody needs to know that we were involved. So, hey, Boone?
That's it then. How did you know?
Well, I found the paperwork, if you can believe it or not. Bill of sale right here.
I guess I shouldn't be surprised. It'd be like them to keep paperwork. Here. This is all I can give. I think our dealings are done here.
Well, okay. I guess we're probably both criminals now, so what now, Boonaloon?
No. People die out there.
Yeah?
Often enough that no one worries about blame.
No.
They're too anxious to forget it happened in the first place, I guess. Besides, I was on break when it happened.
So what's your plan going forward? You know?
I don't know. I won't be staying, I know that.
Cool.
Don't see much point in anything right now, except hunting legionaries.
Sad.
Maybe I'll wander. Like you.
Well, you could just come with me if you want. I mean...
You don't want to do that.
No, it's fine. Legionaries are hunting me, so you can hunt them by being with me.
Yeah. Working on your own, you're a lot less effective.
Yeah.
I've been there and paid for it.
Me too.
But this isn't gonna end well. Fine. Let's get out of here.
Okay. And that makes a team of 4. If this were an RPG, we would be a party. As it is, though, I think we're just a small gang of dangerous, colorful mercenaries.
I don't know if you know, but since Jeannie Mae passed, I've been keeping an eye on her properties for her.
Oh, that's good.
I think it's time we gave everything back to you, so take this key and make yourself at home at our motel.
Oh, back to me?
It'll open the room on the 2nd floor, closest to the lobby. Hope it suits you.
Oh, great. Thanks. Hey, can I shop here?
Sure thing. Have a look.
Cool. So, man, forming a gang. I should have thought about doing this from the very start. I mean, that's what life's all about, you know? You make friends, you form a gang, you go and do gang stuff together. Sometimes you call that a company, I guess. I gotta come up with a name for our gang. Oh well, anyway, here's a good place to stop for now. Thanks for playing with me, everybody.